the first play of the evening. So yeah, this is the first playthrough I've done of this game here. This is, I think, our 19th session. I believe that is the case.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Feels like the sound is weird, doesn't it? Just check.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Okay, that one sounded a little bit more normal. What's up in the box? Oh, what is this? Orojev jacket. Look at this outfit, by the way. Can we just take this in for a moment? Holy moly. We look great. So +1 logic. Okay, that's nice. That means we're starting to build sort of a logic setup here. But we've got the pinball maker's coat on for the time being. The setting get changed? Maybe. Could have. We can take a look here. Options. Text size. It looks like it's all normal, I think. It was weird. It's possible that it just bugged out. You never know in this game here. Let's maybe look at this again.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Yeah, that sounds really, really quick, right? Well, we have till 2. Let's do one quick look at something here. Let's try talking to the old woman out here, because she like doesn't sleep, right?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Okay, that sounds normal. I wonder if that's just like a bugged...
It's getting late, and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
That seems normal. It must be just a weird interaction. Strange, right? Glad it wasn't just me, because I was like, that's odd. Alright, take care, Electric Dragon. Good night. Good to see you, dear.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Yeah, let's do it. Time to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
So how is this gonna go, huh?
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Spitting in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Ice cream. Ice cream sounds awesome.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices.
All stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
We are collecting a lot of random crap. That's that's our forte here.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class. For the money, baby.
Maybe.
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Making progress. Measured, steady progress.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
What?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your chin.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go.
For the city.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
I do feel like we're making progress despite our ancient reptilian brain. We gotta go
Good.
in here.
You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now. It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here.
Okay.
An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Yeah, I would say I think things are going well. This is a shock.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks.
Lots of side tasks, yeah.
But who's focusing on the big questions?
I assumed the most qualified and highly credentialed people were taking care of that stuff. What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
Thought I was assigning responsibility for the murder, yeah.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues. The human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy.
So what is this?
The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios.
Looks like we have to accept responsibility.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority. Like a committee.
Okay. Do we have time for this?
There's always time to follow best practices. Once someone's decided to cut corners for the sake of expediency, who knows what else they're capable of? Swift, decisive action. A little self-dealing.
Who should sit on the committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
This is an interesting thought here. What happens once we've assigned the
Most
responsibility?
likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
Well, we love side tasks, and I guess this is not a side task according to it, but this, is another task, so we'll take it.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
I'm sure that's no biggie. Oh boy, okay. Form a committee of moralists to assign responsibility. Okay. Interesting. Alright, shall we... I guess we gotta dip out. We've got a bunch of things to do today. We want to meet up, obviously. There's Kim. Let me really quick just look at our tasks one more time quick. Is there anything that's time sensitive? Right, we need to check on the number here, so we need to go to the car. It looks like that's the only thing that's truly, or that we're aware is a time sensitive bit. I'm quickly gonna just put down this flashlight because that seems a bit ridiculous to have at 7 a.m. We'll have the chain cutters out, I guess. Oh no. Hello, Kim. We're gonna catch up here.
Yes?
I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
Stunning, right?
I'm really not sure about this turn of events. I may have preferred the mutton chops. They sort of seem to cover up the... Either way, good on you. You were saying?
I guess we'll ask him about responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
What do you mean?
If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100% of your energies on the case before us. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
The whole situation.
Now I understand.
Lieutenant nods his head gravely.
Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn towards moralism was just an act. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudran, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
Okay, I'm a bit surprised that we don't have more to, discuss. Did anything happen back at the old, No. Interesting. Right, we need to do this classy check again. I think that's a volition check. So maybe we want to start with that. Some trash. Suna with her project. Oh, right, we need to go pick up one of the cube things again. We have to buy the figurines. Oh, right. Take down Kuno's dad. Optional. Yeah, oh boy. Suna with her project. Kilo. Okay. I guess we'll head back into town. See if I can remember how to get back up here. I think it's this way. So on the route back, I suppose we will... Actually, I guess we can pick up one of the figurines here. Is there anything in there? What's in the box here? Is that just a bottle? Bottles are welcome. I don't really know what to do with the bottles yet. But we are collecting them, that's for sure.
Top of the morning to you. How may I be of service?
This guy again. Isn't being forced to get up for work at dawn a little inhuman?
Perhaps. I just like being awake for the transition between night and morning, bearing witness to the first hints of light on the horizon.
Oh, okay. So we've got a electrochemistry check here. I know we have clothes that will assist us here, so why don't we have a look, shall we? Fingerless gloves. Gotta have those. Flare-cut trousers, of course. Oh. Jeans. It's +1 though, right? Yeah, so these are probably fine. Anything else? Ooh. Yep. Need that. Who knows if it'll work out for us, but we'll give it a go. I know we failed this
Top of
check
the morning
before.
to you. How may I be of service?
83%.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Get straight to the point. It's really warm in here.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
I'm just a chill-out cop who wants some of what you're having. Pretty obvious you're under the influence.
Pyrrolidon is just something since the People's Pile disaster.
He coughs as if to mark his words.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile,
A
what's
bad
that?
idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Tell me more of the brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Looks up at the spiraling light and stops. Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. An early death. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
So how did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Thank you for telling
I
me.
like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Care to share?
Have you tried it before?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display.
Oh yeah, I don't
Go
actually...
ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care. He won't be your nog, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
I mean, I don't really want
If you
this.
say so. Here you go, man.
Presents a large cap-shaped object in the palm of his hand. Maybe it just sits in our
Yes,
inventory.
darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut. Not so sure about this.
Okay, cool. Changed my mind.
I respect your decision, officer. What else can I help you with?
That's nice of him to offer, I guess. Okay. We want these, I believe.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
So which ones do we need to hand over here? This is this one. Fond of figurines. Offer her any and all you have one day if you meet her in person. Oh.
This set of soldiers is
You're probably talking about the rep. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
Can we not?
they're not
purchase
all
these?
blue. These figurines also
Which ones? Ah, those.
big men on big
Franco-Nigerian knife.
a long, long time ago.
Do we maybe purchase it? Maybe those aren't actually the things we need to buy.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Someone else?
This is a pawn shop, and
Oops.
it did feel as if you've met before. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Didn't mean to do that.
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip. But you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gang.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Sure, man.
Okay. So that's interesting. I'm just going to quickly get back into a more standard setup here. Let's pop these guys on. These guys on. What do we have here? This is such a ridiculous combination of things. I love it. Perception. Nice one, rhetoric. We have a better hat here. Do we want encyclopedia, maybe? I guess that's our only other option. We gave the other hat away on accident. Yeah, we'll go with the detective hat here, the Dick Mullen hat. Okay. I guess that was a strange detour, but at least we know where to get that random drug should we need it in the future. It's fun. Wonder if this guy's got anything new. You have anything new, pal?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
That's all I can ask. Glad it's cool. Alright, what's in here? Footfall within, not human. Only a dog, no more. Okay.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
+1 perception.
Abort. These are hideous.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very...
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Okay, +1 electrochemistry, -1 logic. I'm a little tempted to buy this visor. +1 perception seems nice.
Sporty and practical, officer. Good choice.
Cool, I'll take those. Perception's always handy, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to be perceptive. Look at that. Look at the eyeballs on there. It's like a frog detective hat. I love it.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep
You find your hat, the box.
economical, but also trend.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them.
Yeah, the sneakers are nice. They're very expensive, though. What's down here? Oh, just a bottle. Yep. Alright, let's press on here. Oh, this looks like it might be interesting.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
So we got to ask about the boots here.
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
So nothing yet. I guess this is just like one we gotta hang hang on here. Hey, Casey. Don't remember this part? This should be fun for everybody.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Here we go. Alright, so yeah, skulls. What's the story
You
there?
don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
Okay.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Alright, I guess we'll ask about the murder.
Murder?
Man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling and Rats.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Like murder, or wasting your life away.
You guys know Cindy from The Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
Oh.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
Returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're pissed and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Hello, fellow kids. So you kids are into hypnotic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why?
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
I'm one of the bad cops. Just wanted to know about music, and there's a conflict all of a sudden. Too much. A threat? Good, I like those. One of the bad cops.
Whoa! Come on, man. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no need to throw your authority in our faces.
You wanna talk? Let's talk, boys. Ask them.
Hey.
He liked how you decisively shut down a situation that could have turned into a farce.
All right. We'll ask about why are there not more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
The young men exchange approving nods. Your rhetoric's confusing. Are you part of Skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet.
Franchise.
Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
What makes you think they'll accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Oh.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
It's perception from the hat, of course. So there we go. Enough scullery.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets, huh?
What about them? Well, first off, it's a statement and not
Why,
necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Okay. Good for them.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
So deep.
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Uh-huh, makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
This is certainly a conversation. All right, your turn, pal.
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
Blow it up.
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Guy comes in to read the script for the day. Here you go. Here's your sides. Okay. Wow.
Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Oh, this would be amazing.
Yes?
What do you think about the jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path?
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
Sure.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Oh, wow. We could ask to get the say ask. Half-Light, I don't think is going to be asking anything. Alright. I feel like we have got to try that at least, huh? If anything, just for the yucks, that's a pretty amazing series of things there. Alright, so Half-Light. I don't know if I have anything else that does straight... Oh, yeah, we do. We have pants. I'll put pain threshold on in case things get out of hand. Which they almost certainly will. Yeah, we'll... kind of build a little bit of a oh wait, actually we do want the pants on because it's jacket. Yeah. Kind of got our Beetlejuice outfit here.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Look at this, up to 72. Why not?
No, no, no.
Success.
Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Ow.
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Well, boys with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
I'm just going in on him.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yeah, we want to be cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Yes, the jackets.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Yes.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Yeah, we gotta give the one to Kim, right?
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Could really raise hell.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Good to know we have a pair in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it would just be an individual that has taken a liking to you, Ryan. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Dark-haired young man just stands there, defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Well, we got 2 new jackets. Let's go. Let's take a look. Do we get anything fancy with it? Drama, authority. And then we have another, a Half-Life jacket, or Half-Light jacket, and this one, rhetoric. Okay. Good to know that this will be, I think, very helpful as we move ahead. Oh, amazing. We can switch out of this like maniac setup that we have now. And move back into our oldie but a goodie setup here. Anything else that we need? I think we're... Oh yeah, we should pop those on. This is good enough for now. Jacket is orange, yeah, here.
Yes?
I keep saying Half-Life instead of Half-Light. How's Tommy doing?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Not much, man. Not much. Okay. Is Clause up there? She is. So I think I put a point into Volition, which is the one that we needed to talk to her. I would really like to get that check done before approaching the Union people. Maybe we don't need to, but it's kind of just for safety's sake. I guess we could also check the back area too. Bottle. As we weren't there with Kim, I don't know if Kim will care. But the upside of it, I guess, is that we can also check the little peephole thing, because that was kind of a weird thing that occurred. In fact, let's start with that.
You clearly see footprint.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything new with that. I guess these are just the conversations we would have had if we had found it with Kim, I guess. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about that then.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Another low check. We don't have anything with Volition, I don't think, even from a...
Sure.
Was I in the wrong spot?
The record. So official.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything to up Volition, so...
Just like the last time.
Nope.
Light brown eyes. Don't worry. We will protect you from it. We will see through deceits. Miss Aranye Disco Dancer. You want to put your hand on her back and the strange moment ends. It was brief.
Okay. Well, we had 5 points put into Volition. There's not really a heck of a lot else we can really hope for, I think, on as far as that goes. Alright, I guess... Oh, another bottle. Nothing new back here, I don't think, right?
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. There it is. The orange sun wearing blister pack. You've...
Okay, yeah, nothing new here. All good. Oh, these guys. You guys are crazy.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes? What is it?
Okay, look, something's really bugging me. Are we or are we not from the same
God
place?
damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right?
Anything new with Lena whilst again we're here?
Oh,
Check in
hello,
on all these
dear.
people.
There you are again.
We needed to talk to this guy, didn't
Hi again, Gendarme.
we? Committee business, yeah.
Oh, a committee. How interesting. And if I may ask, Gendarme, what is this committee about?
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
About assigning
God,
responsibility.
of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course.
You want to be
Not a
back?
clue. I'm not his agenda keeper, you see.
I guess I'll look for him along the
I
coast.
guess you will. Bye-bye,
This guy is such
Gendarme.
an interesting character. Alright, what else do we have? You gonna yell at
I've
us
got
again?
nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort.
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Easy Leo told me all about you.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men. I suggest
Even though she has excellent control over...
no. Talk to Titus.
It's
All right.
you again. What is it?
So I don't really love the idea of doing this because I don't want to put Clausi in like danger. This is sort of the reason that I've been sort of worried about this. You could mention I found a bullet, I guess.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
I don't want to show them the bullet. I don't want to get taken from me. You never know. Too many possibilities. I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Did you shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
I'm gonna ask you again, why was this bullet in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
We'll figure this
Never
out.
been worried in my life, lawman.
Crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
A witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
Witnesses in a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Yeah, it's irrelevant now.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
The shouting that
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
Imagine you guys drinking, singing, lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Thank you, Glenn.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
Okay.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
It's real play.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I can call you Shanky, right?
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Great wit.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Dr. Joyce, the merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Goddamn right, it's nothing. The fuck are they?
So I really am trying to be careful about this conversation because I don't want to put any of the people who come forward into danger. It looks like we did push this forward a little bit, though, which is good. Well, I guess not. Ridiculous thing there. I guess let's take a breather on that line here and while we think about it. Ain't nobody coming to help the Hardy Boys. Kuno just sitting out here still. Yeah. Poor guy has nothing to do. Throwing rocks at that thing for
an old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Oh, right, we get to do this again.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and, alright, maybe not healthier. But it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
We also need to check. Oh, actually, I just remember that the cube or whatever it's called, the filament, is in the icebox, and maybe it'll be thawed out enough where we can grab it now too.
A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Yes, it's me again. I wanted to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Didn't you already say that the last time we talked?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way that her voice drops when she finishes the sentence, sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
You're just gonna continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You were recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this.
Just recording, and here I thought.
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Now let's keep going.
A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So... It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
A recording trapped in the circuitry?
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
He looks at the sea, almost wistful. Something weird just happened.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Well, we got some experience at least. Okay. I think it's time for us to see what we can do with this.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it, turning the crank, feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Oh, so I have to put another point into physical instrument, I guess, to check it again. I must have misinterpreted that. I thought that I would have been able to do that on like the next day. That's okay. All right. So now what do we do, huh? Because these folks are still doing their thing here.
Right to work! Right!
Could engage that guy. I feel like that's probably a bad idea. I feel like all of these are bad ideas. So what do we do here? Ooh, a little bad. Haven't gained any physical instrument. Oh, okay. That'll do it. We'll do it. Stroll along the coast. I mean, I guess we have to just spill the beans here. I'm gonna make a save because I don't know if this is bad and if I'm gonna feel bad about doing this. If this makes any sense. But we're gonna drop the Clausy thing here and see what happens. So I don't need to talk to him. I want to talk to Adis.
It's you again. What is it?
We'll see what happens. We do have this giant, like, multi-tool thing, which I always love. Here we go.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Okay, well, we leveled up. Lighter note.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Thank you, Shanky.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Lawman,
Told us
I'm
the
at
truth.
the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
Oh, are we ready? Are we ready for
And
a little
you
dance
went
here?
and
I don't think we are.
pushed her. I am gonna fucking
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy! Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
Oh.
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying.
Well, let's be honest.
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Should I listen to the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Okay. I was gonna say, was this the same person? Is this also Logic? It was like the opposite, opposite thing. So what's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
A door gun is a gun mounted to the door of a transport airship. They have a habit of mowing down civilians. Farmers mostly.
Where'd you get the tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you bugged them.
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
So which one of you is doing this advanced radio work?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Okay, where
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Yeah, we've got to wait to do this.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Alright, so we've got a tape. I think that there's something at the... it's... at the pawn shop, I guess, might have one. I guess if we set up this rave thing, they probably have a tape player, right? As well. Okay. Let's get right on it. Good talk. Good talk. Very helpful. Let's just chug right along here. Yeah, I think I could have sworn there was one in here, so since we're right here, maybe we'll get a little price tag on this
The
sucker up here.
boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Okay, so it's 12 real, which we have. Can we play a tape on one of the boomboxes real quick?
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't now.
I get a police
A
discount?
discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Just don't ask him for the smallest amount. You'll insult him. The others will work.
Alright, how about 8?
Actually, yes. Let's. 8 is an even better number than 12. Even more internal balance. Better integrity, too.
Okay. So we have it for 8, which is pretty good. Again, I think maybe we can do this quick with the ravers, but we gotta run out here first. I might be wrong, but if we could save 8 real, think of all of the funny things that we can buy with the 8 real that we save, you know what I mean? It's gonna be worth it. Or maybe not, you know, who knows? Only one way to find out. I wonder what Kim thinks of those, like, drunk guys that are, all holed up on the other side of the wall over there. Quite a crew. Oh, here we go. There's the church. I guess we didn't keep exploring north. There is a little bit more that way, isn't there? I've been through all of it yet. Kim, you're gonna love these guys. Trust me.
Hello again.
There's a tape recorder in there. Put skill points into empathy. Okay. Okay, so we have a decision.
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
You go ahead.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Okay. So it doesn't even come in.
Hi again. So, goodbye, officer.
Okay, so we can either put a skill point into empathy and try a check, or we just give up 8 real, which I kind of feel like is the easiest path forward. Not that putting a point into empathy would be bad by any stretch, but I think that... I feel like skill points are more valuable than 8 real, if that makes sense.
Tequila Sunset.
So I think it's a small price to pay. For moving the story forward, I guess. Yeah, seriously, Galaxy, like... I feel like a weight has been lifted off. It's like I was being, you know, as you kind of have to be, is like super stingy with money. So you're like, I gotta like scrounge up 20 real every day. So yeah, I'm very glad. Ooh, turn around. Very glad to have the new place. It also seems a little bit cozier for what it's worth. We haven't destroyed it quite
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Right, alright, let's buy
The boomboxes wait on the
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Okay. Let's get to it then. Is it interact, I guess it looks like? Okay. The Door Gunner Mega Mix. Let's hit X.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Right, here we go.
You push, command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalsund crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your portal. The tape stops spinning.
Was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Sound inebriated, he did.
Still.
Lieutenant looks at the tape. You're now familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
So, Cordy. Who's this Cordy?
Cordy could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
Oh, hoy.
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
Think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
I would agree. Okay. Got a way forward here. Could we leave, please? Thank you kindly. Alright. Do here. Everything is totally cool here, officers. Totally cool. Closet. Okay. Guess we'll start here. I feel like I'm like in a Final Fantasy game with this giant like multi-tool thing. I feel like I'm carrying around like a Buster Sword or something. Like when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight you," I'm kind of like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure you want to do that?" I basically have like a giant can opener in my hand.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Okay, well, this is great timing then. Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
She arches her brow. Yeah, something to that effect, yes.
The phrase was used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Yes.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why did he say things like that?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, then integrated them into his idea of normalcy, to keep on living, until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
I guess persona.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Okay, so let's open with that question.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Okay, let's ask.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
So where is Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You're both from Oranje.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Sure. A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the national service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Moindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
Okay, how old was he?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Aha. Lieutenant taps his notebook once, as though assigning some kind of point.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Thank you for the health. Better not mention.
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
His eye color.
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Do I get a point? I too have stroked his hair.
Oily, isn't it? We have that in common now.
Do I get a point?
No.
But I put it down, point to the red on top. Okay.
She tries to light another cigarette. It's windy, but she gets it done.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
Okay, he liked it.
Quite a lot, yes.
It was an RNA's map of the waterways, question
Sure,
mark?
waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman at this.
Oh yeah.
You'll tell us precisely what these mean. Hand her the photo.
No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
Hardcore.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
I suppose so. Tell me something odd. Did he enjoy his death?
Why do you ask?
Just have her answer the question. Don't give explanations.
Did he? Yeah, just answer the question.
I don't think he enjoyed dying, officer. He had too much left to do. Too many third world conflicts. Couldn't tap out just yet.
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer.
Thank you, drama. Did he love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
You told me.
That's not funny, officer.
Something miraculous is coming.
The lieutenant blinks. His expression does not change.
Kim, already so over this.
All right, let's see where this is going.
Way out in the northwest, he told
Cool.
me. Order to toxicology report. Any idea what it'll show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Semen screening, sure.
Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady.
Is she avoiding anything? Technically not. See? There's something off here. This one must know she's deploying flares and countermeasures.
Okay.
All right.
Lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman from...
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Guess that's all we have for the moment.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
Yep.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Miss, how old do you think I am?
How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
I don't know. 40? I was like 9 when OO peaked. That was what, 19 years ago? I liked them when I was 9. You couldn't have liked it when you were 40. Let's say you were 20-something. 25. A good disco age. 25 plus 19 is 44. I'm gonna say you're 44.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a university degree, you know?
44, I'm young.
Absolutely. Age is just a number, man.
Yes, miss, but for him that number is 56.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the
To
truth.
the laboratorium.
Perfect. A thought. What does this one do? Date of birth generator. Face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Mine feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Okay, I mean, we could get another thought, of course. And it might be worth kind of in the long run getting a thought. I think I'm going to do that. Let's unlock the thought. Let's do the date of birth one, because I think that's kind of a funny one. What is this one here? Fairweather T500? What is this? Oh, I see. Okay. I'll do date of birth. I think that's kind of a funny thought. Okay. So, we have got to follow up with Itis now that we've got some new information. That was definitely insightful. There's more than we know still happening here, but yeah, for now that's I think where we're gonna leave it. I've got to shove off for bed. I appreciate everybody hanging out this evening.